Hero Wars. Everyone's favorite RPG with criminally misleading advertisements. A game of adventure and excitement, where one can gather new heroes and battle imposing villains. A game filled with puzzles and challenges and, some interesting pieces of artwork. Now, this game's reception is very interesting. Some people really like this game, while others want it to burn in hell forever. As for me personally, I love this game. I practically grew up with Hero Wars. You may have grown up with Master Chief or Titus, but I had Galahad. I have been playing this game for quite some time now, and over the years I've come to love this crazy world and all of its inhabitants. So because of this, I will be attempting to reveal all of the secrets of Dominion and deliver it straight to you, whether you want it or not. So the main version of the game that I want to be focusing on is the online version, and the reason I'm not discussing the mobile version is because the continuity in that game is wildly different. The story is different, the lore is different, it's practically an entirely different game. Even a lot of the characters look different. Like, Mojo, what did they do to you? And what the hell is even that? Eventually I might cover the events of the mobile game, but for now I'm gonna stick with the online continuity. It tends to be more coherent. Now, everyone's playthrough might vary a little depending on what heroes they collect and how fast they progress, but I've played through this game 3 times, and the one thing that has stayed consistent is the introduction of these 5 characters. So it's safe to assume that these will be the main characters of the story, at least for now. So to start off our journey through Dominion, I will explain each of these heroes and how they fit into the overall story. Galahad is the main protagonist. He is Dominion's most decorated hero. We get most of Galahad's backstories through the Galahad's Memories event. This event shows us many aspects of his past, as well as the origin of his mortal enemy, the Archdemon. His memories take him back to when he was much younger, living in his parents' mansion. He finds himself discontented with reading about the world in books, and instead wishes to see it for himself. His parents insist that he is not yet ready, and they have him train more with some sparring robots. Needless to say, Galahad quickly destroys the robot, and his father Richard compliments him on his growing strength. Galahad wishes to take his final test immediately, but his father is still unsure. While Richard is still hesitant about letting Galahad out into the world, his mother convinces him to let him join the guard. His first mission is to deal with a monster on the outside of the city, and the arrogantly confident Galahad sees this as a chance to prove himself against a strong opponent. Once more, the warrior defeats the problem with ease, but upon his return to the manor, he is greeted by Marcus, who is apparently his uncle. That's weird. We see that the manor is in ruins, as Marcus explains that the city was invaded by demons and everyone was killed, including his parents. He tells them that they must find a group of warriors that can help them, and a devastated Galahad swears vengeance on the demons. Marcus takes him to the Academy of Harun, a place that specifically trains demon killers. Apparently, they're a pretty common occurrence around these parts. He's accepted in via trial by combat, and as we can see, there are several suits of armor in the background, so we can assume that this is the point in the lore where Galahad dons his signature drip. And quick segue, the word Harun is used a few times throughout the game, like Harunian helm, Harunian army, all of Galahad's armor plus his sword were forged from Harunian steel, etc. As of right now, I don't know what or who Harun is, but we're gonna put that in the back of our brains for now and try to figure out that mystery later down the road. Galahad is instructed to team up with Aurora and Gareth, and naturally he protests, thinking that he doesn't need anyone and he can fight the demons on his own. But nonetheless, he begrudgingly agrees to fight with them as they fend off an army of the undead. Once the fight is over, Galahad admits that they have skill, but we can see that he is still quite arrogant as he says without him they would have lost. You're good with a sword, but your true talent is in wagging your tongue. Aurora makes her disapproval of Galahad known to Gareth, but he tells her to be patient as he believes that there is more to him underneath his outward demeanor. The trio are then instructed to fight a horde of demons invading the neighboring cities, and they are told to use true friendship against the literal forces of hell.
Really?
But with each battle, he slowly gains a little more respect for the two and even begins to develop feelings for Aurora. Gareth and Galahad decide to pursue the Archdemon, believing that defeating him will stop the demon invasion. They leave Aurora behind in order to protect her as the Archdemon is a very powerful foe. The two face off against the demon's leader and after an intense battle are able to defeat him. Galahad celebrates their victory, but Gareth is concerned, thinking that they may have done more harm than good. His suspicions turn out to be correct, as without the archdemon, they can't close the portal, allowing the demons to ascend from the underworld. The two warriors try to hold off the demons entering through the portal, but to no avail.
Why isn't this working?
Gareth makes the claim that unless one of them becomes the new archdemon, they will never be able to seal the hordes away. He then sacrifices himself. Galahad tries to stop him, but before he can do anything, Gareth is gone and the portal is sealed. Aurora finally catches up, only to find Galahad. She blames him for the loss of Gareth. He does not correct her, instead taking the blame on himself, swearing that his sacrifice will not be in vain. And that is where the story ends. Now what bothers me about the ending of this story is that it cuts off with Aurora being pissed at Galahad, yet during other promotional material for the game, they're shown as really close friends or even lovers, but there's nothing showing the transition between these two mindsets. My best guess is that it happened sometime during the campaign. In the Lost Hero animated short that Nexters released to promote the event, the Archdemon makes a comment about Aurora being his puppet.
You should have remained my puppet.
Bringing to mind the beginning of the campaign, where he has most of the Guardians under a mind control curse. But even after Galahad frees her and goes with her to confront the Archdemon, it's clear that she still hasn't quite forgiven him yet. The short itself is amazingly well done, and I would definitely suggest you check it out, but I digress. That pretty much wraps up the basic details of Galahad, although there are several other bits and pieces that I could go into, but I'll cover those in a later video. Next up is Artemis, the second hero we get during playthrough. Now, much like most heroes in this game, information regarding her backstory is very limited. But what we do know is that she's a huntress, a witch huntress to be specific, and according to the blurb in her stats, she's pretty damn good at it. Other than that, her main role in the story is to accompany Galahad throughout the campaign. Next on the list is Thea, who's the team's designated healer. Similar to Artemis, not much is really known about Thea, except for the fact that she's kinda hot. She comes from a place known as the Old Grove, which a few other heroes in this game come from. And to round out the first group of heroes is Astaroth. This guy's lore is, something. So basically, he was an angel once, but at some point he was deemed unworthy for heaven, so he got booted from the chat, and now he's fucking pissed. His profile in the game states that he's so angry that he wants to burn the world to ashes. Playing pretty fast and loose with the definition of hero, in my opinion. Once we have our team of extraordinary individuals, we must now embark on the first stage of the campaign to stop the Archdemon and free the Guardians. I already discussed a pretty good chunk of the Archdemon's lore earlier, so for now, all that's left to know is that he's basically the king of the underworld, and Galahad's #1 ops. Sometimes he's a legitimate threat to Dominion and its people, and other times he's barely an inconvenience. But as of right now, he's definitely the former, because the campaign starts with him and his army invading the overworld. He has taken control over a city while his demons cause havoc in nearby locations. The heroes cleave through hordes of demons as they make their way to confront the Archdemon. Every once in a while, they will come across the occasional mind-controlled guardian. The demons themselves vary somewhat, from warlocks to archers, big chungus, and even half-naked ladies. But none are a match for the heroes as they push forward through the ruined city. They find the Archdemon, beat the shit out of him, then force him to retreat back to the underworld. And that's where the first chapter ends. And just like that, Dominion is saved. Our heroes can kick back and relax after a job well done. That's pretty much it for now. I'll flesh out more details in future videos as I continue research, but until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.